This is a really quick video just to show how we can connect our SIMOCODE Pro V PROFINET device to an S7 PLC, whether it's a 1200 or 1500, it doesn't matter. I'm using an S7 1500 for today's demonstration, and I'm going to show you how we can connect the two devices together via the PROFINET network, and we will be able to control our PROFINET, our SIMOCODE from our PLC application code. I've already created a project, so I'm in the project now. I'm just going to switch to the project view. You can see I've already got my S7 1500 PLC in the project. First thing I'm going to do is go to our online access, our accessible devices, and there we can see our PROFINET SIMOCODE device. I can get some general diagnostics directly from the device using the online diagnostics view, but what I can also do is go online and I can upload this device into the project as a new station. Which is here, and this will bring the whole of that SIMOCODE device's configuration, hardware and software into our tier portal project. So we've already commissioned our SIMOCODE to be used as a reverse starter or controller reverse starter. So I'm not going to show you how to program our SIMOCODE. What I am going to do is I'm going to show you how we can now move one step further by integrating our SIMOCODE PROFINET device into our automation level PLC. First thing we must do, of course, is make sure we've got a PROFINET device name assigned to our SIMOCODE, and we must also then connect it onto our network. So we drag and drop from the two PROFINET ports to get our connection between our SIMOCODE and our PLC. And because we're using our SIMOCODE with our S7 PLC, what we can do is we can automatically generate our PLC tags for controlling our SIMOCODE. So if I tick automatic generation of PLC tags, which is under the SIMOCODE's properties page, and IO addresses, and we can define our start and stop addresses for our input and outputs for our SIMOCODE. If I just switch over to the IO tags now, you can see that what it's done is taken the PROFINET device name, so SIMOCODE PN. If we gave it a more sensible name like Pump 1, Fan 2, or what part of the process it's responsible for, then that sensible name would also come through here and give us a status of whether our SIMOCODE is running reverse, it's off, run forward, so on and so forth. So now we've got our PLC and our SIMOCODE communicating, we've got them networked together, and we've also got our PLC tags created for us. So if I just go into our PLC tag table now, show all tags, you'll see here we have our PLC tags automatically created directly from just ticking that one box, which is obviously a huge time saver. What we can do now is we can download to our PLC. At this point, we need to download our hardware configuration to tell our PLC that it is communicating with our SIMOCODE via the PROFINET system. So I'm just going to do that first. And then what we're going to do is download our software and put the PLC into run mode. Once we've done this, we should then be able to use a watch table to control our SIMOCODE device. So if I just download the software and all the software directly to the PLC now, and load that down, and then put the PLC into start mode. And our PLC and our SIMOCODE are now communicating. So if I go to a watch table, what I've done is I've already created a library for this project, and I've already created my SIMOCODE control watch table, so I can drag and drop that out of the library into my watch table, and I can open that up, and by putting the little glasses on at the top, I can monitor the status of my tags. I can see that we're getting some feedback to say that our SIMOCODE is currently off, and it's currently not in remote control. Remote mode is false, so we can't control it currently from the PLC. So what we can do is we can force this bit here, which is the mode selector, which puts the device into remote mode. So remote mode is now true. And if I fire, for example, run reverse, you can see that now our SIMOCODE is running in reverse, and we're getting some feedback about what our maximum current as percentage of running current. Can also stop the device as well from here. So this proves the concept that now we've generated our PLC tags, we can control our SIMOCODE from our PLC. And the next step would be to write some PLC application code to control our SIMOCODE. What I've done is I have created automatically, or already created, a SIMOCODE control block. So I'm going to drag and drop that into my main OB and create the associated data block for that. And I'm going to call this SIMOCODE control block, and we'd identify what part of the process is responsible for. I've also created a HMI interface data block already in my library, and we're going to use this to tag up our control block. So, for example, remote request and local request, and I'm just going to drag and drop and tag up the whole of this SIMOCODE block. I'll show you what's in the SIMOCODE block in a little second once I've just tagged all of these up. So here we've got all of our requests for remote, local, forward, stop, reverse, reset, test, and emergency start. And we've got all of our status bits for forward, active, stop active, reverse active, whether we're in local or remote, whether we've got a warning active, so we're approaching a limit, could be a current limit, or another limit inside the device. So we've got warning active. Fault active means that we've hit a fault state and the device is tripped out. Interlock could be, for example, if the motor is overloaded and we're in a cool down period, then we're into an interlock state as well. So that's the block tagged up. Just show you quickly inside the block. So if I put a remote request on, that sets that mode selector switch. If I put it into local mode, you can see that the selector switch is reset, and forward request just triggers our forward request, stop triggers the stop bits, so on and so forth. And I've also then got the running and stopped bits at the very last block, showing that all the statuses are now giving us outputs to our control block. I'm going to quickly just download this to the PLC, and then we can test our block and run our SIMOCODE directly from the PLC application code. You might want to implement your own application code for how to control your SIMOCODE. Once you've got your data block and you've got your PLC tags, then you should be away nice and easily. So I just modify this bit to 1. You can see now that we are in remote mode, and that means if I give it a run request forward, the SIMOCODE is now running. As you can see, forward is active, and if I give it a stop, you can hear that the SIMOCODE has gone into stop mode. And similarly, if I reverse the SIMOCODE, it's now going to run in reverse, and again another stop request would put that into stop mode. So that's a really quick video just showing how simple it is to integrate the control element of your SIMOCODE into an S7 PLC with the automatic generation of your PLC tags. Thank you for watching.